my kid self would be very proud, you know, but definitely not satisfied. I feel like we have so much to achieve together. And I mean, it was always my plan to go into MMA. You know, I just wanted to be well established in Jiu-Jitsu before I did the move.
This is Gardy with Clear Life Media, Clear Life Combat. I have a guest in studio. We're going to get him introduced and find out everything that he has going on. What's up?
What's up, Gardy? How you
Hey,
doing, brother?
how you doing? So someone hasn't met you before. Introduce yourself, and then what do you have coming up?
My name is Valente. I'm a multiple-time Jiu-Jitsu World Champion, and now I have my second MMA fight coming up.
Yeah, so a professional MMA fighter. Last time that we had you in studio, I don't think you had made your debut yet.
No.
I guess what happened? What happened in that fight, and what can we expect for this next one?
I followed the plan that my coach set out for me to do, and honestly, the plan in every fight is that either Jiu-Jitsu or MMA, it's always the same, to follow the plan that my trainers, my coaches and professors set out to me, and just follow the plan.
Yeah. So something cool that is going to be releasing, there's a behind the scenes look and some of the story on your MMA debut before, and then the actual debut. And that's going to be releasing with Clear Life. I think you've seen a version of it. Have you?
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen everything. So, you know, I think I'm going to be expecting as much as everyone.
Yes.
I just got a little taste of it, you
Yeah.
know, so I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah. So that's going to be releasing on Clear Life Media's YouTube very, very soon, and you'll be able to go watch it. So I'm excited about that, but I'm also excited about this next fight. So when is it? What weight is it at, and how are you feeling?
It's September 7th. This one is going to be at 165. You know, it was supposed to be 155, but we had another opponent. He pulled out. We had the contract signed and everything, but then that got canceled. And I think because of the shorter notice, you know, we closed at 165.
Yes.
You know, I'm feeling great. You know, I'm very, very happy with my improvements. I feel like I improve in every aspect of my game. You know, even Jiu-Jitsu. So I'm really happy with it.
Yeah. So September 7th, that's going to be for Fury FC. What's it like working for them? And right now, do you still have tickets available? And how can people get a hold of you?
Man, I honestly love Fury. You know, they have been so professional with me. They haven't been amazing to me, and thanks God, I already sold a lot of tickets. I still got a few tickets left. We already sold a lot of tables too. Got a couple tables left, you know, but I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great show.
Yeah. What can somebody expect if they haven't been to a Fury show before, MMA, specifically with you in a fight? What can they expect, and why should they tune in?
Man, I think it's you know, if you like entertainment, you know, that's no better way of getting entertained. You know, the energy, and that you just feel with everyone, you know, on the place that it's held at. You know, it's the energy is just outstanding.
Yeah. Talk to me about the difference of competing at the highest level in jiu-jitsu and then making a straight to professional MMA, no amateur fights, no smokers that I know of. I know you spar and have some very high level teammates, right? But what was the difference that walk to the cage or even in the fight versus the fight or the match for jiu-jitsu?
Man, I feel like the core of preparation will always remain the same, regardless. I was actually talking that to a friend of mine this past weekend. You know, he's a very successful wrestler and businessman. We're talking about that, how the principles of success they go across the board, right? Doesn't matter what you do, the principles remain the same. You know, so my mental preparation, in everything, how I feel with pressure, how I deal with you know, with just the noise, how I deal with the lights, all this kind of stuff. It's for me, it's core to a mental preparation, to mental training, which I bring that from Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah. You know, I had the chance to be there whenever you won your last Jiu-Jitsu Nogi World title, right? And just the focus that you had and the look in your eye, it looked, like you said, it's the same. You know, it looked the same to me, the preparation, the focus, you know, and what you were at least approaching the fight. It looked very similar. It's a different sport. But you said the preparation it's the same.
Yeah, I feel like it's the mental part. Honestly, I don't feel any difference in regards to that.
Yeah.
Obviously it's it's a different sport and everything, but it has so many similarities,
Hmm.
especially on the mental part, that I just feel at home.
Right. I know there is one major difference from your last MMA fight in your family till now. What changes has happened in your house, and how are things going? How is everybody feeling?
Well, I got now one of my biggest motivators, which is my son, Kiron Valente. And he's just being so much blessing to our lives.
Yeah. So 1 month. I think I saw a picture that was
Yes,
posted.
exactly.
One month old,
He
right?
just completed 1 month.
How,
Yeah.
how has life been adjusting while also preparing for a professional MMA fight?
It just gave me so much more focus, so much more intention,
Hmm.
especially because now literally I have no time to play around,
Yeah.
so this brings another level of focus and intention every time I'm training.
Yeah. Um, if somebody, where do you train? And I guess tell me about, the kind of level of stuff that you're learning.
So I train at Gracie Bar, Texas, and Pound for Pound. Gracie Bar, Texas is obviously here in Texas, in Houston, and Pound for Pound is in Denver, Colorado. And I just have so many great people with me, so many great mentors. Drac and J Ho, they are my main trainers. Uku is my boxing coach, and amazing. He's been sharpening my hand so much.
Yeah.
And I have great mentors in this game, and one of them that's been helping me a lot, especially lately, is Rafael dos Anjos.
Yeah. And he's competed at the highest level and been very successful. So what has that been like? And I guess, is there any similarities between y'all that you've seen?
So Rafael, he achieved what I want to achieve. He has the recipe of achieving what I want to achieve. So it's he's just an encyclopedia of knowledge in regards to MMA and the fighting game.
Yeah. I think you mentioned before we went on air, are y'all from the same town? Are y'all from the same area?
Yeah. So he trained his whole life, his jiu-jitsu journey in BH. That's my hometown. He wasn't born there, but he moved there as a kid. So it's we basically uh, from the same neighborhoods there.
Yeah. That's a Gracie Baja BH, right?
Yes,
Yeah. And so is that where you had started before you ended up here in the States?
yes,
Yeah.
that's Master Draculino's first school.
Yeah.
That's the legendary one.
Yes.
That was the where I started as a kid. And what brought me here.
Looking back, if you put yourself as a kid, starting jujitsu, was this always the game plan, or what do you think that kid would be thinking of what you've achieved now and where you're at in life?
Man, I think my kid self would be very proud, but definitely not satisfied. I feel like we have so much to. When I say us, I mean me and my kid self, right? So much to achieve together, and but definitely it was always my plan to go into MMA. I just wanted to be well established in jiu-jitsu before I did the move.
Yeah.
I didn't want to sacrifice that, so yeah.
Yeah. I had the chance to go to Denver and talk to Ray with First Round Management, and there were some other athletes that were there, and visit Pound for Pound. Great gym, and there's some very high level people. But I just watched Adam Vigil, who has fought for Fury before, and then he went out and competed for the Tough Enough light heavyweight title and had a 5-round title fight, moved to 12-1 as a professional MMA fighter. But it was just really cool. Now I just wanted to reference that. Shout out to Ray, Pound for Pound, and Adam, and all that stuff.
Ray, I love you, brother.
Dude.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah, Ray's cool. We were out there and we were talking about Canix.
Yes.
And there were some other things, because a lot of those guys at Pound for Pound, they use it, and there's
Yeah.
some sticks that just really look like they help in recovery and stuff. And I know you're associated.
Man, I've
and
been
use that.
using Canex for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
And every little pain that I have, I just put Canex on it and
Right.
And disappear. So it's been helping me so much. It's been helping. My mom uses a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
She works out a lot. So every time she has some pain, I give it to her. She loves it too.
Yeah. I know recovery is so is so important. You know, as a professional athlete, I know you're talking about, hey, sometimes you're hard sparring, you're just doing different things, but your body's going through it every day. But like investing in yourself with products like Canix or even like strategic rest, you know, can you speak on that? Like how, as you've gotten older, have you gotten more strategic in your training and recovery?
Yes, I feel like that's what you bring from being a high level athlete in any sport, right? And will make a transition to another sport. If you did things right on the previous one, I feel like you're gonna bring that.
Yeah.
You know, so the discipline, the how to structure your training, you know, that's something that even and what I said when you if you did it right is because I see a lot of high level athletes they don't do
Right.
things as they should in regards to recovery, you know, on how to plan their training, how they structure it, you know. And I'm very very methodical with it. You know, I always get together with my trainers. Are like, okay, so how do you feel like this week should be? How should Monday be? How should Tuesday be? How should Wednesday be? You know, and I just go from there and follow whatever they say, the intensity that they say. And it wasn't easy for me. I always wanted to just train insanely hard all day, every day. And I noticed that that's not the best way.
Hmm. Yeah. Something else I wanted to talk about, because I just saw this on social media too, and I'm a big fan of theirs, but My Fit Foods. What are you partnering with them? They make it so easy with all the prep food, the macros. There's so many different recipes and different options, so you don't get bored of like the same
Yes.
food, right? What's going on with them?
Well, so I'm really happy. I literally like a couple hours ago just closed a partnership with them, and you know they're amazing. You know they calculated all my macros. They
Yeah.
sorry, am I still
Oh, you're
okay?
good. You're good. Yeah.
They you know they did everything for me, and the food is amazing. There's so much variety, you know, like for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and everything. And they're all high quality food, no preservatives or anything like that. And you know me already that I'm really big on nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I wouldn't compromise my diet, my eating lifestyle with anything that would not support my goals, you know.
Yeah.
And my fit foods definitely does.
You know, even with having the new baby, you know, the baby boy, and then obviously focus on training, it probably just makes life a little, like, probably a lot easier, right?
Yes, is yeah, it definitely helps not having to cook all the time.
Yeah, focus on training and then focus on family, and not focus on like, so what am I eating again? But I know you're like a nutritionist.
Yes.
Yeah. And so you know what you're putting in your body. But
Yeah.
how are you feeling, you know, I guess weight wise on, you know, for fighting on the 7th and all that?
So feeling great. I mean, that's 10 pounds less than I would normally have to cut, you know. I still got quite a bit to cut, you know, but 10 pounds less is definitely um, a good thing there.
Yeah.
But feeling amazing.
Yeah. Is there anybody else you want to shout out? I know you got a team of sponsors and different gym and people that work with you and support you. Who else are you working with?
So I'm really really blessed. You know, I can definitely say that right now I have the best teams of sponsors I could ever ask for. You know, they are all of them. They are honestly most the ones that are with me for a long time. They're like family already. The ones that are jumping in on the boat with me now, you know, are becoming family. They're all, you know, people that I I feel really blessed to have on my corner. So with Kenix, I got Hayabusa, I got Clear Life, I got My Fit Foods, I got Sanctuary Gym, I got GB Wear, Space City Collective. Let me see, I don't want to miss anyone.
Is there something missing on the team that you need? I mean, because I was thinking, man, you got the shoes, you
Let me
got
make
the
sure that I
food,
check.
the Gracie Baja, the training wear, Hayabusa, you know, and all those different things, video content. I always think about that. It's like, man, what kind of sponsorship do we need? Like if somebody reached out
Oh,
and
and
you,
of course, I was just talking about recover, and my sponsor that helps me the most with recover. It's hyper wellness.
okay.
You know, that's where I do my sauna, my hyperbaric chamber.
Mm,
You know, it's really nearby. It's in League City, so whoever's in the area, go check them out. And you know, I always do my recovery there, so that's great. So
yeah.
that combo of reviver, helper wellness, and That's like for systematic recovery, right? But also Kenix for those very localized pains. That's a perfect combo for me.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to share?
I just want to thank First Round Management, my agent Ray. Ray, I love you, brother. Thank you for everything. Let's keep going. Let's keep climbing. And just thank God about everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out today.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, Brandon.
Yeah, Fury 109, Lucas Valente, September 7th. It's going to be in Houston, Texas.
Yes.
You can get your tickets. There's some very limited tickets. They actually just got delivered here to Clear Life. I saw an envelope. So if you're one of the first people to reach out, you could probably still get some directly from Lucas. You can also watch on UFC Fight Pass. This is Gardy with Clear Life Media, Clear Life Combat. Y'all be blessed.